Wow, that's a lot nicer. Da-da-da. That. We go here, we go to subscriptions, and we're live right now, so we can do this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that off, and yeah, so these are going to be a little delayed, I think. Let me kind of move this out of the way. Give me a second here. How y'all doing? Oh, it's like I feel drunk, man. I'm actually quite tired. So there. Hello, Germany. Okay. So, did you see Chucky 2009's channel? I did. Um, I'm going to do this in like a delayed uh, way of talking. I did see Chucky 2009's channel, and I listened to his speech or whatever. Audio's not good. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Maybe. How's that? Is that any better? Wind noise? What the hell are you talking about? I'm not outside. Uh, yeah, a little better. Yes, that's better. I just had to disconnect it, that's all. Disconnect my hearing aids. They do that from time to time. Crackling, and I'm gone. No good? Oh, I hear it's much better now. So it's either much better or it's no good. What's the what's the verdict here? Good now? Okay, good. All right, so yeah. All right, so what have I been up to? Yeah, I've been up to no good, right? Let me get over here. I don't know why I've even got it up on the screen, but I do. It's going so fast I can't read it. I ended up going to the National Machinery Show in Kentucky, and we. I don't even want to say what happened. I mean, because it's such a pain in my ass. Now let's just say this: when you travel with a motorhome, it is so convenient because you got your bathroom, you got your bed, you got your living room, you got your TV and your whatever else you need, and it's really, 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 really convenient, and I like it. So, anyways, on the way home, something shit the bed in the transmission. Left us along the damn road again. Last year, this time, the engine had troubles, but the transmission, I don't know. This machine was designed back when speed limits were like 60, 65. Now everything, yeah, it's all good until the motorhome breaks down. That's true. Um, I love the motorhome. I mean, you're gonna travel in a motorhome. It's just so much nicer. So, anyways, it broke. Cost me $625 to get it towed 7 miles, and I'm about ready to. But the nice thing is the engine's good now. Now the transmission will be good because they're gonna replace it. Um, do you plow your grass fields? No, I'm not gonna plow my grass fields either. I was thinking about getting a gooseneck trailer behind the truck. But the problem is, then when I want to go pick something up, I can't pull a trailer behind the trailer. So it's kind of, I'm fixing it. Send you the transmission. Well, I don't have the transmission. It's in West Virginia. So I was in Morgantown, West Virginia when it broke. Yeah, on 68. Interstate 68 at Cheat Lake. Right at Cheat Lake, if you know the area. Spring itch is starting to get you? Well, you got to take a shower, dude. Yeah, I need to take a shower too. Yeah, the motorhome broke. Do you know Diesel Creek from PA? No, I don't. Look, I don't have much time these days to even do anything. I was hoping to make it down to Kentucky this year, but building decided to fall due to high winds. Yeah, that was really a shame to see that. I mean, we've had our differences in the past, but I don't wish any ill on you. And it seems like every time you turn around, somebody's taking a big old fat shit on top of you, burnt barns, and now that happens. Drive the motorhome into the trailer and pull with the new truck. No more problems. Well, I was thinking about going home and getting my pickup truck and hooking it to that, but it's 20,000 pounds. It's heavy. Yeah, I saw Ryan at the farm show. Okay, with Chucky 2009. So Chucky 2009, he started his new channel. He said 3 years ago he had quit. I couldn't believe it was that long ago. It did, yeah. Andy Detweiler, Mike Less, and Ryan from How Farms Work. Mike Less, Farmhand Mike. Check his channel; it's pretty good. So, anyway, the damn where was I talking about? Oh, so I'm watching Chucky 2009's new channel, right? So he's gonna upload a bunch of old stuff, and then he goes into some tangent, a religious tangent, right? And I can handle people's religion just fine. I mean, if you believe in God, that's good for you. I don't wish, what annoys me a lot about that is when people, is Chucky still super conspiracy? No, he's gone. I think he's gone off the deep end, quite honestly, but that's just me. And I really liked him. When he was a kid, I watched him grow up, Well, now he's on a religious kick. Well, I'm sure he's not a bad kid, but I'm going to tell you right now what I didn't like about him in this new channel was he goes off on a religious tangent and he starts talking about basically white supremacy through the church, his church. I don't know what church it is, but he said that all other people other than God's chosen people were dogs and should be treated as such, And my wife's an Asian. She's not a dog. She shouldn't be treated as a dog. She's a human being, just like myself and everybody else in this world that I know. And if you believe that God is so colorblind, you've got problems and you need help. And I just felt that it was just as easy to unsubscribe. Yeah, he definitely sounds like he's in a cult. And he's with other people that are in a cult. That Stephen Cox mechanic, his mechanic, Stephen Cox. I honestly think that he's the one that got him in with it. I really do, because, Steve is just got divorced and he's got his own issues, but I honestly think that there's something going on, and it isn't good because you don't degrade people, There's good people in this world, there's bad people in this world. There's religious people that are good, and there's religious people that are bad. There's non-religious people in this world that are good, and there's non-religious people that are bad. There's Muslims that are good, and there's Muslims that are bad. It is what it is, and we're all in this world together. So, yeah. Yeah, he went all skinhead. Yeah, right. He even, right? I thought they were like neo-Nazi, but I guess it's kind of where he's at, but it's kind of a shame too. His father is a minister, and his father, I do believe, was a little bit of a bipolar, but yeah. Can't wait to see when you get another new combine. I'm not buying a brand new combine. I will be getting another combine. If everything goes in the ground the way it's supposed to, I'll be buying a newer combine. There's good and bad in all people. We shouldn't use race. Race, that term is so misapplied, it's not even funny. It really is. I mean, we're all part of the human race, the race of humans. It is in the Bible, the race of man. Um, that's what we are. It doesn't matter. It doesn't specify, oh, the black race, the Asian race, the white race, the Indian race. It's just the Jewish race. It's the race of man. That 7.5 in the TR98 is awesome motor Ford ever made. Yeah, well, that's the 7.8 liter, not 7.5. 7.8. I don't know about 7.5. I think that was a Genesis motor, wasn't it? And that was Cummins. I'm done with winter. I'm going to be working all night and into the morning. Yeah, well, winter, winter will do that. Hold on. What did Timmy Cornpecker say? Wait till it comes up on the other screen. Corn and soybeans. Beans are going where the corn is. I'd never buy anything with a 7.3 in it. Ever again. Where the hell did Timmy Cornpecker's thing go? Walgamuth has an auction coming up in Salem County with a VT machine. Not buying it. Not buying it. I'm not going to buy a VT. I was going to, but now I've changed my mind. Isn't that the amazing thing about being a human being? .73 gas is the only way to go. Yep. God, this stuff is going by so fast. It was a 7.5 Genesis. I believe they were Cummins. Cummins built. He has changed. He's, if he would just have a channel and do what he was doing before and keep his religious shit to himself, things would be better. You broke a 7.3 gas at 3,500 miles? That's surprising. Those things are tough. Axle flow then. No, I'm not. I'm going to... Well, here's the dilemma. To buy another New Holland, New Hollands are... See, when Fiat bought New Holland, they stopped making parts for these things. They start discontinuing. And even the TR99, they built that thing until 2002, I believe. And it's 20 years old. It's a 20-year-old machine. So a 20-year-old machine, well, it's going to start getting hard to get parts for them. Yeah, the VT coming up at Walgamuth, yeah. Yeah, so anyway, it's kind of... Somebody said something about Deirdre. Hold on a second, wait for it to come back up. There's one in Salem County, too. So anyways, with New Holland doing that, John Deere, I could buy parts for a John Deere 45 if I wanted to, right? Gleaner, I'm not a fan of Gleaner. Well, the TR98 and TR99 are two very different combines. The TR99 has bigger rotors. They're bigger. They got more cleaning and they're faster. I mean, those were next level combines. When I watched one run against a John Deere of the day, what was it, a 9610, I think, or 9650, and it blew the doors off of that John Deere. There was just 9660 was the model at the time. So anyways, it just blew the doors off of those combines. But the problem is there's only so many of these things. New Holland only built so many of them, and the closest scrap yard is quite... What are you eating? What's in there? Corn. Okay, good boy. They gobble grain. They're good combines, and they'll work with my heads. So I could put a 12-row head on a TR99 if I wanted to, right? Do I want to put a 12-row head on my combine? Well, at 700 acres of corn, or 600 or 700 acres of corn, yeah, 600 acres of corn, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6, 7, 800 acres of corn, I'm going to need to move through it pretty quick, and the 6-row head on a TR96 just isn't going to cut it. But the 25-foot header on the TR96 would be good for soybeans. So I'll take the 96 and put beans through it, and the 99 and run corn through it. So that's what I'll probably be doing, but I got to find a TR99 in good shape. The other thing is, where do I get parts for this thing? Well, the TR99 and the CR9080, I think, or 9060 are very similar combines as well. They just did a lot of different stuff in the cab. 12-row head, you're going to need some more grain carts. Well, this is what's going to happen at home. The dryer, that big white bin that I've got, I'm going to flip the load auger around on the dryer, and I'm going to fill the white bin with wet corn. That'll hold 1,800 bushel, right? And the dryer, and I can set it up, CR9060, then the 9080. Yeah, they did change some stuff around. I don't know. 97, 22-inch rotors. Well, whatever it is, I don't know. I haven't really done any research on them too much. You know, I just really like the TR99. '98 or 90, yeah, I mean, the 98 and the 99 have very different. I'm not buying a Lexon. What a piece of junk. So anyway, they work, I guess. The newer ones work, but the older ones were not. If you're going to buy a combine for a good price, it would be a 2388 case. Yeah, I guess, and I do believe the heads will fit. The heads on those will fit. But I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards, if I buy another one, I'll buy a Deere. Just because the parts availability to these things, you know, and John Deere, the problem with John Deere is they're just a wiring nightmare. They got problems. And the best machine is one you can fix, right? Well, that's the problem. If something happens with the New Holland and my local parts guys, you know, used parts guys don't have one in stock, and they don't, you know, you're kind of screwed. You're running 3,500 acres a year with a 96, which is almost too much. Yeah, 35. I'm only going to be doing 1,000 acres. I might do more. It depends on what happens in April. Yeah, TR99s are wheat machines, really. Those things were monsters in wheat. You can run 40-foot headers on them stupid things, and they just eat it. They're crazy. Are you making faces, little man? I'm making faces. Fendt tractors are good in your opinion? Hey, they're whatever it is. 2022 big change ahead. Putin will not stop. He sees a week. I don't even want to talk about that idiot. You know, because what's going to all right, so I'm going to talk about it. Because this is how stupid people are. They are. Before World War II, and Timmy Cornpecker would probably know this. I think he's got a degree in English and history. Definitely a degree in English. Might be metallurgy, the other one. I don't know. He'll tell you. I'm sure he's pecking away with his fingers right this instant. Adolf Hitler. Try running an old Gleaner without Charlie One-Sidler around. Gotta get creative sometime. I bet you do. Anyways, Adolf Hitler, after World War I, they broke up the Austrian-Hungarian Empire, and, you know, that was part of Germany, or Germany was that was like the central location for it or whatnot. Anyway, Germany, under Adolf Hitler, started acquiring the broke up countries, or the countries that became sovereign nations, and nobody cared. They were like, oh, well, he used to have it anyway. Germany used to be part of Germany anyway. We don't have time to fight with this stuff. I don't know, what is it? Doesn't Essex have one on their new lot? They would have a lot of parts for it. Yeah, they probably would. You know, I wouldn't mind buying one from Essex. I'm not in the market right now because I don't have any seed in the ground. And I mean, I know what I'm doing, and it's exhausting for what I'm doing, but I'm doing it. Knock it off. You better go downstairs. So anyway, Adolf Hitler, when he just didn't stop. So this Vladimir Putin is doing the same thing. He's took Crimea. He's in Georgia as well. You know, I don't know if he took Georgia or however that happened, whatever went down. I don't wasn't in the mood to pay attention to that when it happened, but I knew it happened. Okay. So Vladimir Putin, eventually, he's not going to stop. And his whole premise now is, well, I don't want a UN nation on my border. Well, you take Ukraine, you now have nothing but UN nations on your border, you bastard. He is trying to be me. He's a good kid, though. He's my boy. Boy, that's grainy on there. So, anyways, and then you've got China. What's China doing? China's been threatening all its neighbors. China is threatening all its neighbors. Taiwan is not owned by China. They are Chinese that moved there after, after they fell to the communists. Yeah, so they're, hey, don't touch that. It's just a repeat. It's a repeat, and it's going to get ugly. And the same thing with our weak leaders and people. They just don't have any desire to put a stop to it. Vladimir Putin, they could have put sanctions against the nations that Vladimir Putin does business with. Literally, they could have sanctioned whoever buys oil for Putin, whoever sells Putin grain. They could have said, "Hey, you know what? You're not if you're in the UN, you're not allowed to buy grain or sell grain or oil, buy or sell oil to Russia until they get off of this, off the." You're gonna.
No.
Goodbye.
No.
Oh well.
No.
You're gonna end up in trouble.
No. No.
Yeah. So anyway, what did Ryan Don say? Need help right now? Canada does need help right now. You guys have got a tyrant in your head office. Did you see how he elbowed that woman in the chest? Somebody should have took him out back Parliament and kicked the shit out of him. You don't hit a woman. Actually, should have been done right there on the floor. He hit a woman on the floor. They should have beat the hell out of him on the floor. So anyway, China needs help, Canada needs help big time. NATO. Yeah, NATO. Not UN. NATO. Sorry. I'm sorry. I've been up since 2:45 this morning. I have not had any sleep. I've driven 300 and almost 400 miles today, and I spread 40 tons of lawn. So, yeah, big protest. Well, there's a protest headed to Washington, D.C. They're going to shut down the Beltway, which is good. Shut it down. But they need to be really organized. They need to have their list of not demands, but the list of grievances at the ready. And I'll tell you what, if the police come to the truckers' doors and start busting windows out because they're peacefully protesting, it will end bad. We're not Canada. We are the United States of America. When somebody confronts us with violence, we're going to meet you with that much, if not more, back. That's just a fact. I mean, somebody comes on to this place and says, hey, you're going to get a jab in your arm, and I say no, and they try to strong arm me. Well, let me tell you something. I'll be like, hey, wait a minute. I'll be right back. And I don't even have to go right back. I'd be swinging left and right. Yeah. Triple condoms and IUDs, 24. Yeah, okay. Very well said. Yeah. So, Austria and Chechnya. What is Sudetenland were never part of the German Empire.
Are you live?
I am live.
I was going to say if you did your hat yet.
What hat?
What hat? Your lacer hat.
My who?
Your lacer hat.
What a racer hat?
Lacer hat.
Okay.
Okay.
DC is scared to death of the convoy happening here. Well, they should. It's coming. Don't worry, it's on its way now.
It's on its way now.
Well, when they bring the military out to fire upon its people, then the world goes to shit. I'm telling you right now. We got an army with a civilian army with more firepower than any army combined in the world. It's just a fact. So don't mess with us. We're getting tired of being messed with. I'm tired of being messed with. I can't watch the news anymore because it's like I remember a country where we could ride down the road without a helmet on our bicycle. I remember when a bunch of kids could just get in the back of a pickup truck to go down the road to go unload hay. And now we can't do that anymore because some Karen is going to call the cops and we'll all be arrested for it. It's just we don't live in a free country anymore. And every day something else is taken away. And of course there's people that say, hey, what freedoms have you lost? Well, I've lost the freedom of choice. I lost the freedom to choose whether I want to put a seatbelt on or not as an adult. Now, if you want to have a law that forces me to put a seatbelt on my minor child, well, I'm okay with that. But as an adult, I should have the right to say, hey, you know what? I don't like this seatbelt. I don't want to put that on. I can't even ride down the road without a bicycle helmet anymore in this communist state. Free speech, yeah, we're censored. This video, if I don't delete it, will be censored because I am talking in a language that scares people. When I was a kid, it was okay to put a shotgun on the bus to take it to school so you could go hunting. Oh, wait, we had ammunition too, to take it to school to go hunting at your friend's house. When I was in high school, Mr. Molesky was like, just put the shotgun in the office, please. That's it. Is that thing loaded? No, it's not loaded. Okay, good. Put it in my office. That's it. So people just keep giving this stuff up. They give it up.
They keep it up.
Just like that. It's gone.
Like that.
And you're not getting them back. You're not going to get it back. You can go and you can plead with these people and say, hey, look, the Second Amendment is the Second Amendment. I should be able to put a pistol in my pocket and to protect myself. But no, if you're a law-abiding citizen, you then become a criminal and they can imprison you. But criminals don't follow the laws. So the more laws they make against law-abiding citizens, it doesn't make any sense. So there's another total right here in New Jersey. If you're an out-of-stater and you come into New Jersey and you have a loaded firearm in your car, you're going to jail. And it's not going to be a quick in and out like, oh, sorry about your luck, next time don't come here with a loaded gun. No, you're going there for 10 years. It's 10 years. It's like, hello, welcome to New Jersey. Thanks for your firearm. And I hope you packed fresh underwear and a toothbrush because you're not going home. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Dad, that's crazy.
It is crazy. It's nuts.
Nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, when we were kids, if you wanted to talk politics, so you talk politics. Then it became rude to talk politics. Now, if you talk politics, it infuriates somebody with a different opinion of you than you. And it's never in their backyard. That's the problem with these people. All these protesters, the BLMers, they got duped. They got duped big time. Big time. They put a bunch of money into an organization, and those people didn't file their tax papers, and they took off with the money. And, oh, wait a minute. They were trained socialists. Socialists do not believe in property ownership, okay? But what did they do with the money? They went and bought property. They went and bought land in Canada and Washington or Seattle and someplace in California. One house cost over $6 million. Oh, wait a minute. The house in Canada, the property in Canada that was like $6 million US dollars, that was formerly owned by the Communist Party of North America. I mean, you can't make this crap up. And then all these people that were like, wait a minute, what happened to the movement? Well, the movement went right into their pockets, and now they're smiling. Two lesbians having a great time in their Communist Party of North America's house because they bought it. And now we're inherently racist because I'm white. I'm not racist at all. as they call racist. I mean, it just, whatever. It's not even worth talking about. It's so ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. And there are people that will attack you because you're white, because you're white. You're a racist. Well, what do you mean I'm racist? I just met you. Hi, how are you? I didn't say, go pick some cotton. What the heck? Nobody's picked cotton by hand in 150 years. Yeah, we're all white supremacists. What? Why are you poking your finger at that? I'm gonna get your little cheeks. Look at these cheeks. They're so cute. Look at these things. I ate your nose. What are you gonna do with it? What do you think? Is that funny? Have you thought about growing potatoes since deer can't eat potatoes? Oh, deer eat potatoes. They 100% eat potatoes. They eat the tops off of them. Is there no knock warrants issued in New Jersey? I don't even know what the hell a knock warrant is. They would kill me before I made it to president. Yeah. Icky. Messick's moved, I believe, to next to John Deere down there, Lancaster, John Deere. I don't know if deer eat human remains, but that would be kind of gross. So anyway, deer will eat just about any farm product. Spreading lime. I was spreading lime. I spread a lot of lime today. Not a lot, about 40 tons. So tomorrow morning I'll take a load of hay, pick up a load of compost, and then I'll go up and get another load of lime because I have to. 20,000 with 2,843 separator hours. Yeah, TR98. I want a 99. Yep, I want a 99. I don't know why I want a TR99. That's what I want. When I was younger, 20 years younger. Wait a minute, who's got a TR99? Okay, Lindman Tractor, Atlantic, Iowa has a super nice TR99. Yeah, those are all nice out there. I would never buy a Southern Combine. Those boys just hammer the shit out of them. They don't even put them inside. But if you go out to the Midwest or northern states, they really take good care of their stuff. Yeah, I'm not in the market for one yet until I see what's going on with the corn and soybeans. Price has to be there too. The way I'm going to grow my corn this year, I'm not shooting for 300 bushels to the acre. I'm just shooting for profitability, and that's a video that I'm going to make on profitability and the difference between yield and profitability. It's all eaten up in your inputs, and there's a lot of farmers out there just like, well, every year I buy 200 units of nitrogen for my corn, and I buy 120 units of potash and 150 units of phosphate, and that's what I have to have every year on my corn. And they don't even think about what can I do to make these plants more efficient. Some farmers are really kind of smart about it, like testing pH and stuff like that, but it just seems like most farmers don't test their soil to find out what they don't need. And what I have found out recently is that these soil tests that you take into your fertilizer plant, just throw those away. Don't waste your money. Just don't waste your money. Hey, Teresa, can you get into my email and print out those soil tests?
I can, I guess.
Because I can't do it on my computer. Yeah, huh?
If I know your password, yeah.
Oh, you know the password. Anyway, so these soil tests that I'm going to take your arms. I'm going to tie you up. These soil tests are key. Yeah, they are. But the problem with the soil tests and the soil tests you get from your local, even the one from the USDA, Rutgers or your colleges, they're just, I'm going to beat you up. They are non-organic nutrient tests. Non-organic. And I was very disappointed in my soil test that I just did, because I have put on what I felt was a nutrient building level of fertilizer, potash and phosphate. And I put it on heavier than I should have, because I'm a little bit on the low side, and I don't want to be on the low side. I want to be an optimal ideal side of nutrition in my soil. I need P and K, PK, zinc, copper, boron, all that stuff. I want to be there. So I send these soil tests away, and they come back, and I'm like, what did I even put on here? Because it's not here. It's not here. It's just not here. And there's no way I took all that off. So if you look at, I can't show you because it's an app that's on this phone. When you grow a field of corn and you put you're going to grow 200, say you're shooting for 200 bushels of corn per acre, and it takes 150 units of phosphate to 150 units of phosphate to grow that field of corn, that 200 bushel field of corn. Okay, so you put on your 250 units of potash or 150 units of potash, you take the grain away and leave the stalk. Okay, 60 pounds of phosphate leaves with the grain. 60 pounds. The remainder of the necessary phosphate that plant took up is still in the stalk, right? Correct me if I'm wrong here. Same with potash, same with zinc, same with boron, same with all these other elements. A percentage of it leaves with the grain. Well, when you take, start to aggravate me, knock it off. So when you take that away with the grain, there should still be, from the year before, there should still be that element in the soil. Well, I'm not finding it. It's not there. I put calcium down, and I put calcium and lime down. That came to compost, and it was about 1,000 pounds of gypsum and 300 pounds of calcium lime per acre. That's what went in on every acre of corn ground that I pulled these samples from. Do you think I had any more calcium, any substantial level of calcium in those? None. It's like, where the hell is it? So I start doing my research into these companies, these fertilizer companies and stuff like that. And the reality is these tests are taken, and they only test for non-organic nutrients. Non-organics. So if you're feeding a plant and it takes that synthetic fertilizer and it converts it in, it's converted by the microbial activity in the soil and the natural solvent, or, as it dissolves and it becomes soluble, and then the plant takes it up. Well, is it gone? No, it's still there. It's just they're not testing for it. And you want to know something else? It's more available in the organic form than it is in the non-organic form. So when you've got all these stalks and you've put this stuff there, you have to take a different style of test in order to determine what is actually there. The fertilizer plant will say, well, you need 620 pounds of 12-24-24, and you need 10 pounds of sulfur, and you need whatever the hell else, boron and zinc and zinc and everything else. So they make up this blend, and they put it in, and you put it on, and you've purchased it, and you're not even taking into consideration the organic stuff that's in the soil. Now, I'm going to go into a little bit of, hocus pocus shit here. Most soils in the United States are dead. We can use the Red River Valley of Minnesota as a prime example of dead dirt. The most fertile soil in the whole entire country was the Red River Valley of Minnesota, right? Am I correct? Um, the They killed the soil. They killed it. It was so fertile that they grew wheat on it. They sod busted. They grew wheat on it right up until the Dust Bowl, the dirty 30s. That was when the soil was pretty well dead. All the organic matter left because the microbes and they died. They died because they weren't being fed. They went from a diverse culture of plants and animals all in symbiotic harmony, eating, shitting, pissing, and then regrowing and recycling everything up or regenerating it. So when the human being, modern Europeans got to the Red River Valley, they saw this fertile soil and they're like, hey, we can plow this up and we can plant it because we're smarter than Mother Nature. And they exhausted the resources that were in that soil and it's gone. It can be regenerated. It will take a generation to do it, but it's gone for now. So, does Tim have any kids? No, Tim doesn't have any kids. This is my guy. This is my guy. I'm going to beat him up. Nope. You can't farm dirt. You have to have the soil. Well, I'm going to tell you, if you're not doing a regenerative program, and that's what I'm going into now. I'm going to cut my fertilizer prices down to nothing. The compost that I have is building organic matter. In 2 seasons, I have gained 1%. That is one thing that soil test did tell me, was that I've gained approximately 1% organic matter in the soil since I started. So I am from 1.2 to 3.2. I am actually, well, what was it? 1.2 to 2.8. I am actually in that 3.8 and 1.8, 2.1 organic matter. I am there. I am increasing my organic matter using the compost, and now I'm just going to start doing it the way my grandparents did it with a kind of a hybrid system. I will be using phosphate and potassium as needed if I need it, and that's after the tests that I take that look for organic nutrients. If they tell me I don't need it, I'm not putting it on.
They will.
And that's just a fact. Mommy
Hey,
wants you.
baby.
Go.
Come here, I got you this one. Come here.
What is it?
Come here.
So, anyway,
No.
You don't want the robot?
No.
can I seed in the rain? Depends on what you're putting down. I mean, if you want to, you can spin cover crop on in the rain. Oh, he is. He is a repeater, which is good. It's good. A while back, you mentioned something about chickens or perhaps building a large chicken house. I'm not doing that anymore either. The rules and laws here in New Jersey are pretty much against any condensed agriculture. Can't do it. How about eggshells? They're hard to get. Can't get them anymore. Used to be able to get all you wanted, and a guy would just deliver them, but they shut the crackers down and they moved the crackers out west. But did you get your Great Plains cedar? No. I've opted away from that. I'm going to go full no-till now. This spring, I will be working down the corn stalks with the compost and the lime, planting soybeans into that, and then in the fall, I'm planting wheat on 400 acres, 400 acres of wheat. 400 acres of wheat. There's poultry litter in the compost, fair amount of it too. Poultry litter, horse manure, cocoa hulls, cottonseed hulls, hay, straw, ammonium sulfate, gypsum, all sorts of stuff. New to me corn planter, I'm working on one. There's a lot of them. It's getting hard to find them now. What made you decide against the Great Plains machine? Regenerative agriculture, regenerative farming. has steered me against that. See, when you introduce oxygen into the top layers of your soil, you stimulate microbial activity with oxygen, right? So you open that ground up and they just go nuts. But the problem is you destroy the fungus, the beneficial fungi that's in the soil in that top 3 inches where the vertical tillage machine works the best. Once you collapse the soil onto those beneficial funguses and destroy the aggregate, there's no room for anything to move around in there. So no-till is just the way it's going to have to be. And I've done no-till in the past successfully. The reason I wanted to get the vertical tillage machine was to put the... What the hell just flew up there? Did you throw something, Teresa? Stink bug. The reason I wanted the vertical tillage machine was to get the compost into the soil. Well, I'm just going to no-till corn into the hay, so I don't... The hay ground or the grass that's there, that'll hold that compost. It won't. The tea will leach in because that hasn't been tilled in years, and we're probably quite close to having good aggregate. You go downstairs. You are going downstairs. Well, just being no-till does not do what I'm doing. What I'm going to do is cover crops. After every single crop, there's going to be a cover on that soil. There is not going to be any time that ground is bare. There will always be something on that soil, growing, living, pulling the energy from the sun as carbohydrate and carbon into the soil, feeding microbes and earthworms. That's what we have to do. Yeah, we're not aerating anything. Your current planter is just fine, missing a row and occasional seeding here and there doesn't hurt anything. No. I don't miss rows. All my rows were there. Well, no. When you plow, you destroy your microbial. Go back over there.
No.
Do we have to have a problem?
No.
Anyway, me and my boy are about to get into an argument. Get a good kill on the grass. I no-till. Yes, you kill the grass. I'm going to kill the grass. I may even put buckwheat in. Buckwheat is a 45-day crop. Buckwheat converts phosphate and makes it available to plants. Corn need phosphate, even though there's plenty of available phosphate in the compost that I'm getting. The new spreader works great. It works really good. I don't play Fortnite. How's the 8530 home up after its transmission work a few years? It's fine. Mushroom hay, no good anymore. Mushroom hay, there's nothing wrong with it. The problem with those guys is they haven't really, they're not taking into account the work that I'm doing to make a good product. And with the increased price of fertilizer, there's no point in putting fertilizer on hay to give away or to just wear equipment out. I'm not doing that. I will be making hay all summer long. I mean, I'm only going to kill, 600 acres of corn or 600 acres of grass? Big deal. What's 600 acres? I got 4,000. So, if that's the case, what do I care? I kill 600 of it and it goes into row crops. And then if they screw up and they don't give me what I need to survive in the mulch hay business, then I kill another 500 acres. What the hell do I care? The no-till drill will be completely rebuilt and ready to go. I'd hit my own thumbs up. Can I do that? I don't think I can. No, I can't. Or can I? Yeah, I can. I hit my own thumbs up. Have you played Farm Sim? I don't play games. I don't have time for games. I barely have time for YouTube anymore. Do you get along with any of my children? No, this one here neither. I don't get along with him at all. Why, am I supposed to have a problem with my kids? Yeah, that's you. Go. I don't. No, nothing in Pennsylvania. Is the John Deere 750 the drill to get? No, I would get a 1590. If I was going to get, not the 1560, but the 1590. I'm going to do some research before I go ahead and order any parts for the drill. I may just call John Deere and get 24 hose for a 24 complete row units for a 1590. Yeah, I don't miss the speed rower. How's the truck driving working out? I just do it. I've done it all for over 20 years, so.
No shit.
Are you going to Baling, Carolina? I don't know. I'm currently chisel plowing all our planting seeds. Don't do that, but you can do what you want. You're either going to be on the IV of fertilizer when all of the benefits of the organics in your soil are gone because the microbes are dead, worms are dead, then you're going to be on the IV of the fertilizer plant. And they don't care. They don't care if you only make $10 an acre. What would you rather make, $10 an acre or $150 an acre? You want to make $200 an acre, $300 an acre. It's a possibility. You can possibly do that. Get your finger out of there. I'm gonna. Now you're not doing it. There. You didn't like that, did you? Now you can't do anything. Yeah, he's in Western Pennsylvania. Oh. Anyway, I think I'm about done for tonight because I got to go to bed. I've been on here for 52 minutes and I appreciate every single one of you. But before you go, hit the thumbs up, guys. It wouldn't hurt. The air seeder, well, just a grain drill. My 750 no-till drill can be rebuilt with all new parts for about $6,000. Or I just go ahead and spend $25,000 or so on complete new row units underneath it. So, yeah, make sure you hit the thumbs up, guys. It isn't going to hurt you. It's free. You can even subscribe if you're not. It's free, too. So, anyway. Wow, you guys are really getting the thumbs up button pretty good. Thank you. That's good. It's always good. Yeah, Chucky 2009. He's a white supremacist now. So I'm not watching him. I did away with his channel. I subscribed to him. The next video came up and it was him talking about how, you know, if you look like us, you know, then you're it. You'll go to heaven and, you know, you're going to see. Oh my God, you got to watch it. It's almost comical, but it's scary too because it's really has fallen down. Martin Till row units. I don't know. I haven't looked at them. See, minimal disturbance is what we're looking for in regenerative ag. You don't want to disturb that soil. The other thing I'm going to be looking for is non-treated seed. His channel name is, you don't even need to watch it. It's disgusting actually. Problems too. Anyway, I'm going. Have a nice night, guys.